Hey, what's up, guys? This is your boy Jay here, and welcome to Multiversity 101, our first segment here. Now, before we begin, the podcast Earth-2 is going to go through like a huge major change. And when I say a huge major change, I mean a name change, okay? All right, now, the podcast Earth-2 will no longer be called the podcast from Earth-2. Now, we will now call ourselves DC Geeks Nation. All right. So we're going to talk like the only reason why I said this because the podcast from Earth-2, people are going to think like, OK, well, this is a podcast from Earth-2. He must be talking about things on Earth-2. So I'm like, let me change it a bit. Let me tweak it. Let me go through a major change. All right. Let's change it to DC Geeks Nation. All right. That way it's not too confusing. It's better understanding, and you don't have to think like, "Hey, he's talking about Earth-2." This is I just don't want that. That's just my assumption of how it looks. So it's still the same old Multiversity 101, still same outline of the podcast from Earth-2. The only difference is our name change. So let's go ahead and start our first segment. All right, it's Earth of the Week. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Multiversity 101. This is your host, Jay, from Earth-2, and this is DC Geeks Nation, all right? And this is Earth of the Week, Multiversity 101. Now, on Earth of the Week, you already know, all right? I select 4 Earths from the DC Multiverse, and it's up to you, the listeners, the fans of the podcast from Earth-2, to choose one. All right. Now, the first Earth that I put on the poll was Earth 15. All right. This so-called perfect universe was destroyed during a rampage by the deranged and so-called Superboy Prime of Earth 33, during which billions of fictional lives were lost and the delicate structure of space-time itself was irreparably damaged. A solitary, immensely powerful fragment of this universe, known as the Cosmic Grail, is said to remain hidden somewhere among the many worlds of the multiverse. All right, now that's Earth 15. Now, with this Earth, you can learn before it. You can learn about the history before it got destroyed. Who were these perfect beings on this Earth? All right. And you get to also learn what happened in the middle and after. So the whole entire history of Earth 15, not just the Cosmic Grail. The next Earth is Earth 37. All right. Now, 37 is a world of lawless heroes and cynical champions. On Earth 37, technology accelerated through the 60s, 70s, and 1980s. The beat sellers of the 1950s gave way to the underground Mars-based colonies of the 1980s and the Europa bases of the 1990s. And then to the interstellar world of Tommy Tomorrow, Manhunter 2015, and the Space Rangers. Now, the next Earth is on the poll is Earth 45. On this world, there were no superhuman beings until, quote, Superman was created by Clark Kent, Lois Lane, and Jimmy Olsen using incredible new thought power technology, co-opted by the business mavens of Overcorp. Superman was redesigned. All right, Superman was redesigned as a monstrous, troubled anti-hero and came to be known as Super Doomsday. Okay, now when his rage through the worlds of the multiverse resulted in the deaths of Superman of Earth 42 and Optiman of Earth 36 before his defeat at the hands of President Superman of Earth 23 and Superman of Earth 0. Pretty cool. Now, the last Earth that I chose was Earth 48. Now, I like this Earth. I love it. The Earth of the Forerunners, a race of super beings bred to be harvested as the ultimate protectors of the multiverse itself. Rapid evolution has resulted in super trees, super dogs, super mice, super bacteria, super weapons, food, TV shows, everything possible. Every story is a crossover epic. Every event is an event, okay? Sometimes known as the War World, has been converted by it was converted by Benevolent into a factory designed to produce race of Fifth World warriors to fight eternal war against Lord Darkseid and the royal family of the warlords in Lady Quark, which consists of Lady Quark, Lena, Brother Eye, can't see the rest of that, Antarctic Monkey, Danger Dog, Kid Vicious, and others. That was just a quick sum up of Earth 48. Now it's time to figure out which one of these magnificent Earths was chosen for this week's Earth of the Week. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and read the percentages. Alright, so the first Earth 15, had 14%. Earth 37 had 41%. Earth 45 had 32%. And Earth 48 had 13%. So that means Earth 37 is this week's home Earth of the Week. So any of you guys out there from the DC multiverse who has not sent us an email, all right, fan mail, all you have to do is introduce yourself, your name, DC Earth in the multiverse, and your message. Only thing you got to do is just tell me how your life is. Say, hey, my name is Todd from Earth 15, or Earth, well, 15 don't exist anymore, well, from Earth 17, and yada yada yada. Just simple as that. Now, you do that, you be added into a shuffle, which Haven Huff, congratulations to him, who won our first Crew Cave special surprise, okay? Now, he is going to get that surprise really soon, all right? It's a surprise, all right? Now, I have to get in contact with him. I spoke with him actually last week, and he was actually going to come up with a topic or something special for a Crew Cave. So I'm still waiting on his response. Now, let's go ahead and get into our first segment, well, second segment of Multiversity 101, and it is History of Earth 37. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to History of Earth 37, and this is your host, Jay. That's hosting Multiversity 101 from Earth-2. Alright, now, it says, technology develops in fits and starts. Slow periods of theorizing and experimenting are often followed by concentrated bursts of breakthroughs. That pacing gives humanity time to breathe and adjust to the latest advancements. But it is possible for technology to progress at an accelerated rate, as it did on Earth 37, for better or worse. The momentum of discovery propelled this world through the latter half of the 20th century. In the span of mere 3 decades, the inhabitants of Earth 37 went from terra firma to the stars, from living in suburbia to residing in underground colonies on Mars. From the ordinary to the extraordinary, heroes such as Tommy Tomorrow, Manhunter 2015, and the Space Rangers have led the way to the interstellar colonization. But despite the list of incredible achievements, Earth 37 is not home to the idealists. This is a place of the reckless heroes who skirt the law and follow their own codes. Champions here don't fight with hope in their hearts, but with I cannot pronounce that word, so I'm going to spell it cynicism, cynicism in their souls. All right, now the first appearance of this Earth was Thrillkiller #1, 1997. All right, so let's go ahead and get deeper into history of Earth 37. All right, so history of Earth 37. Now we have two different versions of Earth 37. The newest version of Earth 37 barely has any history because it was recently recreated, rebirth and all the other stuff. Now the first appearance of this Earth 37, which is the one that I intro read, the Multiversity Guidebook #1, March 2015. A grim, lawless world of rapid technology advancement in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, leading from best beat sellers in the 50s to Mars and Europa colonies by the 90s. And I already read all this. And to the modern time of Tommy Tomorrow, the Space Rangers, and Manhunter 2015. Several of the heroes of this universe joined in the battle for the multiverse against the forces of the Gentry. Now, residents on this Earth: Batgirl, Iron Wolf, Joker, Manhunter 2015, Robin, Space Rangers, Tommy Tomorrow. This world is based on the works of creator Howard Chaykin, folding in aspects of the previous Earth 37. It's also based on the Twilight series and the character Iron Wolf. Earth 37 is opposite to Earth 28 in the structure of the multiverse. Earth 37 is part of the local multiverse termed the Gloaming, with Earth 3, 10, 13, 15, 19, 40, and 43. Now, this Earth was created by, like I said, Howard Chaykin, Grant Morrison, and Jed Daughtry. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the previous Earth 37 because, like I said, the current Earth 37 didn't have that much history to read. Neither does the previous, but I can read what they have. Now, the previous Earth 37 used to be named Earth 61. All right, now the first appearance, like I said, Thrillkiller #1, January 1997. Now, hold on, there might be another one. Every time I click on it, there's more popping up with Earth 37. But let me get everything organized for a second. All right, so it says the previous Earth 37 pre-crisis is one of 51 divergent realities that branch from the new Earth reality during the recreation of the multiverse shortly following the events of Infinite Crisis. Batgirl and Robin fight a female Joker in the 1960s, while Detective Bruce Wayne becomes the Batman after Robin's death. Wow. Okay, so he didn't actually become Batman until Robin died. Wow. Okay. All right. Now this Earth a little bit more interesting. Now this is pre-crisis Earth 37, aka Earth 61. Residents on this Earth, which I can read about. It says Barbara Gordon, Richard Grayson, Bruce Wayne, Bianca Steeplechase, Detective Duell, Alfred Pennyworth, Haley Fitzpatrick, James Gordon, Dinah Drake Lance, Roy Harper, Selena Kyle, Edward Nigma, and Harvey Dent. It says Earth 61 was identified as pre-crisis equivalent on Crisis of Infinite Earths, and where the world where the events in Thrillkiller and Thrillkiller 62 happened. So those are comic books. Thrillkiller and Thrillkiller 62. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to our next segment because the history doesn't have that much in it. So let's go ahead and follow up with Residents of Earth 37. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Multiversity 101. This is Residents of Earth 37. I'm your host, Jay, here, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about a few residents post-crisis and pre-crisis on Earth 37. Now, as you all know, once you select certain Earths in the multiverse, there are characters whose history has not been written yet. However, there are alternate versions of this character. It has different history to it, but they are the same character. Now, I can give you a little bit of information on alternate characters that are, the characters that I'm supposed to be reading on Earth 37 post-crisis. They do not have history on it. There's no way that I could read about them, know who they are, anything. Now, their alternate versions are from New Earth and random places throughout the multiverse, but they're the same person, just different history. Now, I won't read the whole entire history of the alternate being, but I can give you a little bit about him so you can get an idea of who that person is. Now, the first person is Tommy Tomorrow from Earth-37. Now, the original Tommy Tomorrow, I don't know what, I think he's from New Earth, pretty sure. Now, there's another Tommy Tomorrow also, but I'm gonna go ahead and read a little bit about him. Tommy Tomorrow is the man who might have been Kamandi if the great disaster had occurred. So that's, Earth 51. So, on Earth 51, the great disaster, there was this disease going around, and, the last boy on Earth was raised by this guy named Biomac. Now, he was kind of like an android, robot / human, cyborg, something like that, but he changed himself into a complete robot, right? So he raised this little boy, the little boy who was born in the Command D bunker. It's like an army thing, Command COMMAND dash D, Command bunker, Command D. So the reason how he got his name was because he was born in the Command D bunker. So his name is Kamandi, Kamandi. So they're saying that Tommy Tomorrow may have been Kamandi on Earth 51. Different people, well, different history, same person. So that's what I'm trying to say. Now it says here after the death of his grandfather, Buddy Blank. Now, OMAC. Now, remember I told you it's this robot guy, half, well, kind of like, I don't want to say cyborg or something, but he's half human, half robot, something similar to that. I think so. I'm pretty sure I'm talking about the right guy, OMAC. But anyway, he was founded by General Horatio Tomorrow of the Space Rangers. Not Space Rangers, Space Plantiers. Now it says, at first the boy was sent to an orphanage under a dome on an asteroid, but the lad's intelligence and aptitude for science impressed the general, who adopted him. Tommy attended Spaceport, the Plantiers West Point, from which he graduated with honors and soon rose to the ranks of colonel. Cool. After a while, he was teamed with Captain Brent Wood, who was his companion on numerous missions. Now, at first, the two mostly patrolled their own solar system, but as exploration fanned out to other systems, they spread out as well to bring law and order to these worlds, to the new worlds. Now, eventually, they volunteered for exploration themselves. It says Tommy's career was distinguished one, and he was decorated many times over. His exploits became an example of what a perfect Plantier is capable of, and his legend carried through until at least 25th century. Oh, cool. So he was like this legendary space ranger, Tommy Tomorrow. But it says also now the Earth-37 version reflects the version previously seen in the Twilight miniseries. Now, the Twilight miniseries published by DC Comics started in 1990. Now, a little bit about that. Now, when they first say Twilight series, I'm thinking like, what? Like the actual Twilight? But no, I don't think so. I'm not 100% positive on that. However, Twilight is a 3-issue prestige format miniseries. Now, it's a 3-issue comic book produced by Howard Chaykin and Jose Luis Garcia Lopez. It was published in the 1990s. It featured Tommy Tomorrow and the Star Rovers. So, Tommy Tomorrow, an excellent space ranger. I'm guessing he's DC's Peter Quill, I guess, if you would say so. Without the Guardians of the Galaxy, he just has that galactic theme about him. Tommy Tomorrow, that's who that is. So I had to look up his information and all that stuff. I had to gather what I could, and in order to find his history. Now, the other residents on Earth-37, such as Batgirl, you already know the history of Batgirl. It's just this, she's an Elseworlds version of the original Batgirl, from New Earth. Now, they have a Bruce Wayne, Bianca Steeplechase, Rickard Grosstark, Haley Fitzpatrick, Ronnie Raymond from Earth-37. So they got, like, a couple of people. Like, I have to get into this world here. A legendary Space Rangers world right here. Earth-37. I'm very excited for this Earth. I can't. Alright, so let's go ahead and get back into Earth-37. Now, we already looked up Tommy Tomorrow and the Space Rangers. They're an elite group of galactic, pioneers, if you want to say so. Now, they have Robin, Manhunter, 2015. They have the Joker, Iron Wolf, and Batgirl. Now, I'm going to go these residents' history, find out what I can about them. Now, as for Robin, Robin's first appearance was Thrillkiller number 1, January 1997, and his first appearance of death was Thrillkiller number 3, March 1997. His real name is Rickard Grosstark. Alright, his current name, he goes by Dick Grayson. Superhero name, Robin. Created by Howard Chaykin. If I'm pronouncing that right, I'm sorry if I'm not. And Dan Brenton. Now, it says former acrobat Rickard Grosstark changed his name to Richard Grayson and left the circus to fight crime with a wealthy Barbara Gordon, aka Batgirl, whom he had fallen in love with, although she was killed by the Joker. His legacy was taken up by Bruce Wayne, who began calling himself Batman. Circus while she was sitting there, it's how in the original story how Bruce Wayne ended up going to the circus to watch him perform. So instead, Barbara Gordon and saw him, and that without the death of the parents, because I'm pretty sure the parents wasn't there, because looks like a grown man, like he looks like he's in his mid-30s or late 20s. So he's a legit circus performer, so he just quit. I'm done. I want to fight crime with this girl I love, Barbara Gordon. Well, but you found out that it was that girl. I'm pretty sure it's pretty cut and dry. You just gotta add it with, the original horse. Just use your imagination. That's my pick. I guarantee you found it. Now, that was Robin from Earth-37, aka Rickard Grosstark. Completely different person. Robin, I didn't even know that. I knew that someone else could be Robin, but a complete guy that I do not know, Rickard Grosstark. I thought he would be like someone else. I don't know. They just came up with an original character, and it's pretty cool. It's Earth-37, so I'm not hating on it or nothing. He's pretty cool. He has a like a high schooler's jacket on. Like they have them football jackets with your letter on it, Letterman jacket. Yeah, Letterman jacket. He has one of those with an R on the right side. Left side. Now, it's red. I'm sorry, I didn't know if you guys could hear me. My mic was acting up. But let me rephrase. Let me go back and repeat what I said. Well, I had said that
basically, I thought that Earth 37 Robin would be, someone else. I don't know who. Anybody in the world. It could be Beast Boy for all I give a damn. But I'm just saying, like, I have no idea who this character is. Rickard Gristark. I mean, I'm not hating on him. He's a cool looking guy. It's just he started his hero career in his... looks like he's about like early 30s. And it's like you don't have... and you're Robin, like a grown man named Robin. I can't... you can't take that serious. But I like the guy. He looks cool, legit. Look like he could be a badass fighter. I mean, but other than that, that's Rickard Grayson, and he has a red and green Letterman's jacket. He has no superhero costume or nothing. He has the black mask on his face, and he has wild black hair, and he has a black goatee. So, it's your boy Richard Grayson. Well, Rickard Gristark. AKA, he went and changed his name to Richard Grayson in the end. Became a full-time superhero. Now, I'm going to go ahead and move on over to the previous Earth 37 pre-crisis, AKA Earth 61. First person we're going to look at is Barbara Gordon. Now, she used to be named Robin. Of course, her father, James Gordon. Of course, she lives in Gotham City. Only thing that's different from her... wait, let me finish. Created by Howard Chaykin. First appearance, Thrillkiller #1, January 1997. Now listen to this. This may shock your whole entire world. Watch your whole entire world. Now, it says Barbara Gordon is a rebellious young woman in the early 1960s. Alienated from her father, Commissioner Gordon, due to the unsolved murder of her mother. She becomes a thrill-seeking vigilante with her boyfriend, a circus acrobat named Richard Gristark. Now, this is pre-crisis Earth 37. Now, post-crisis Earth 37, his name is... I forgot his name that quick. Hold on. I have to look up his name again. Gristark. It's close to Grayson, but it's Gristark or something like that. But this is pre-crisis. Remember that. So Richard Gristark, who goes by the name Dick Grayson. Gordon is a wealthy heiress, receiving a large inheritance from the death of her mother, and purchases Wayne Manor. Listen. Alright, here's the good part. It says the Waynes have been ruined by the Great Depression. Bruce Wayne is a full-time detective in the Gotham City Police. Alright, this version of Barbara has romantic feelings for Bruce Wayne, but she has a boyfriend, Richard Gristark. Alright, now, pretty cool, right? Now, the Waynes have been ruined. Broke. Not rich anymore. Barbara Gordon took the Wayne Manor. She lives in that. She became Batgirl, okay? Then later on, Bruce Wayne became Batman. So she became Batgirl first. I don't know why she didn't call herself Batwoman, but, pretty cool. Earth 37, awesome. Alright, now they changed his name again. Rickard Gristark. 37. I don't know which name they're going to stick with. Are they going to go with Richard Gristark, or they're going to call him Rickard Gris? Oh, well, this is Rickard Gristark. Yeah, that's his name, Rickard Gristark. Earth 37. Now, I think I already read his name. Yeah, I already did. The former acrobat Rickard Gristark changed his name to Richard Grayson, left the circus to fight crime with the wealthy Barbara Gordon, and had fallen in love with. Although he was killed by the Joker, his legacy was taken up by Bruce Wayne, who called himself Batman. See, Bruce Wayne didn't become Batman until Robin died. So, the next one is Bruce Wayne, Earth 37. Now, instead of having that black and yellow or black and grayish looking, the color of the bat symbol, and that, he has different shades of colors. Now on this Earth, on Earth 37, the bat symbol is a little bit thicker, right? And it's orange, okay? So he has a same old black Batman outfit. It's just the bat symbol is orange and his utility belt is orange. Now, let's go ahead. What he does for a living. He's a police commissioner, former detective, and he's a crime fighter. All right. He was created by Bill Finger, Bob Kane, and Howard Chaykin. First appearance, Thrillkiller #1, January 1997. It says Bruce Wayne came from a family who was murdered, or who's murdered by their servants. Holy hell! What the? What? Who? Not in the alley? Oh, okay, that's the first question I asked? No, that's not the first question you asked. The first question you asked, why the servants? Why the servants? Okay, my crazy self asked, not in the alley? Why not in the alley? But due to his loss, due to this, he lost his family's fortune. Bruce decided to enter law enforcement, eventually becoming a detective in the corrupt Gotham City Police Department, being one of the few honest cops. His last case was to track down and capture Batgirl and Robin. He was framed for the murder of Selina Kyle and Bianca Steeplechase and became a fugitive. After the death of Rickard Greystock, Bruce joined Batgirl as Batman and attacked the mob operations in Gotham. After the death of Bianca Steeplechase, he was appointed as police commissioner, succeeding James Gordon, retiring the Batman role until needed again. Wow. So he wasn't a full-time Batman. He was part-time. The big icon of Gotham City was Batgirl. She was the feared one in Gotham City. Pretty cool. So shout out to the girl power out there, huh? Earth 37 is for you. Now. Oh no, we're not done. We're not done yet. We still have to look up. We still have a few more characters. We have Bianca Steeplechase. Alright. Now, the former police commissioner of Gotham City, apparently. Now, currently goes by the Joker. Alright? Unnamed husband. Secretly bad. Okay? Created by Howard Chaykin and Dan Brenton. First appearance, Thrillkiller #1, January 1997. Appearance of death, Thrillkiller 62, #1, 1998. Quote, "You now, the only difference between us, what the heck? Okay, they cannot write. This is a typo. You know, the only difference between us, Red. You do this for the glory, while I do it for love. Joker." They actually put "you now," so it's like a typo on their end. And it's pretty rare to find typos in, official places, websites and stuff. But anyway, it says Bianca Steeplechase was a ruthless gangster, also known as the Joker. During the dynamic duo's final case, Bianca framed Bruce Wayne for the murder of Selina Kyle and killed Robin with a fatal kiss. Tongue was dabbed with poison. With Bruce on the run from the law and Barbara in desperate need of a partner before she goes on the verge of a mental breakdown, they become a team. With Bruce donning the bat mantle, as for Bianca Steeplechase, she's dead. All there's left is Miss Gregory Wilson, the new wife of the mayor. Okay, now, I'm guessing that was a personality issue. Don't know. I don't know who Miss Gregory Wilson is. Don't know. Let's go ahead and a little bit down. Now, abilities. Toxicology. Bianca has the penchant for poisoning her cosmetic products. Basically like Poison Ivy. You can say that. Now, singing. It says the night of Robin's murder, the Joker was singing to entertain a crowd of onlookers. Leadership. Bianca is a ruthless gang leader, coming up with schemes and plans to soothe her influence and have her fun. Bianca is in a relationship with Harley Quinn, while Bianca is also married to the mayor of Gotham City under her name, Bianca Steeplechase. So yeah, a personality thing. The Joker, a mysterious character with equally strange motives, is not tied down by regular rules, and as such, the nature of her relationships is open to question. Holy hell, different personality, different person on this subject right here. Dangerous. So who knew that she was the old commissioner? I didn't know. Pretty cool though. I actually like this Earth. Now, we have to move on though. It's unfortunate, but we have to. Now, the next person that we're going to look at, the Black Canary. Now, that's the next person we're going to look at. Dinah Drake, okay? Relatives, Larry Lance, husband deceased. She's good, widowed, apparently. Just said her husband was deceased. From Earth-37. Created by Howard Chaykin and Dan Britton. First appearance, Thrillkiller 62, number 1, 1998. Now it says Dinah Drake was once an FBI agent who went undercover to stop a ring of Russian spies. Instead, she and undercover GCPD agent Larry Lance busted each other, and the spies got away. The two got married, and Dinah left the FBI and started a flower shop. Larry was murdered while investigating a new drug called narcotics. Not narcotics, narcotics. Okay? To find his killer, Dinah disguised herself with a blonde wig and went undercover as a jazz singer, calling herself the Black Canary. So she didn't have no powers. She was just a jazz singer. What the hell? No. Apparently she could fight, but she's a singer. But what the? I don't know. No, she wasn't. She didn't have a life. She didn't fight. She was just an FBI agent who went undercover as a blonde girl, a blonde singer who was named Black Canary. No powers whatsoever, not even a superhero, just an FBI agent. That's it. Wow. Okay. I'm kind of like that's questionable. You know, it's not much. It's not big. It's a little bit different. You know, it's ordinary. But hey, it's Earth-37. So, the next person we're gonna look at, right? Now they have Roy Harper here, but he doesn't have history on there. Now the next person we're gonna look at is actually Selena Kyle. Now, Selena Kyle from Earth-37. Now, her name is Catwoman. All right, we all know that. First appearance, Thrillkiller number 1, January 1997. Appearance of Death, Thrillkiller number 2, February 1997. Created by Howard Chaykin and Dan Britton. Now it says Selena Kyle was a stripper who dressed up as a cat as part of her routine. She acted as an organized crime informant for Bruce Wayne in Gotham City Police Department, so she was a snitch. But was killed by crime boss Bianca Steeplechase. So in other words, where I'm from, they say snitches get stitches and end up in ditches. Okay, now this is a prime example. Selena Kyle, you don't snitch to the cops. Okay, you don't, no matter what you saw, don't tell. No, because they're going to be after you. I can't tell you that now because you're gone. But there are others who could take prime example for what you have, decided to stick your nose into. Don't snitch, okay? You didn't see nothing. Now, moving on. Now, these people on this earth, it's different. they're not the people that they're supposed to be. It's like a mirage. It's like I don't know, a fake. You know, Bruce Wayne's not actually a full-time Batman. Robin's not actually Robin. The Joker's not the Joker. Catwoman's a damn stripper. Of course. I mean, who would have known? I mean, of course she would have been a stripper. I mean, if Dinah Lance was just the FBI agent and dressed up as Black Canary as a undercover, you know, to get information, then of course, I mean, I can put 2 to 2 together. But anyway, now they have Edward Enigma and Harvey Dent, but you can't find, history hasn't been written on those guys at all. Now they have Alfred Pennyworth, Detective Duell. I already said Roy Harper, but that's everyone that I have called upon within the Earth of 37, you know, multiverse of Earth 37. Now I'm gonna go ahead and close Resonance of Earth 37, and that'll be it for today. So let's go ahead and move on to our last segment of Multiversity 101, and it goes right back around to Earth of the Week.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Jay again from Earth-2. Gotta represent. And I didn't get a chance to celebrate because I missed it. You know, it was the celebration. Oh, God, I need a minute. I missed it. I didn't even know. And I'm from Earth-2, you know. The celebration of the Justice Society, you know, and I missed it. I feel so ashamed. I didn't even celebrate. Just hit the boo button already. I'm a horrible person. Anyway, Earth of the Week, all right? Oh, let me get myself together. Oh, it hurts. All right, Earth of the Week. All right, Earth of the Week. The first Earth. All right, I want you to choose out of one of these Earths. I'm going to select 4. Sooner or later, it's going to drop down to 3 and then 2, because we're going to get to the point to where we'll reach the end of the multiverse. But there's still the dark multiverse, you know? So there's still hope for Multiversity 101. But who knows? I may come up with Multiversity 102, you know? Who knows what's next? There's always something different. But Earth of the Week is where you could choose one Earth to learn its history and its residents, you know? I want to teach you things that you have never known. So, the first Earth is Earth 7, all right? Earth 7, it says, on this world, the history of Earth 8 was recreated with subtle differences. In the spite of its innovation and the protection of heroes like Crusader, Golem, Doc Future, Volker, Devil Fist, and Microbot, Earth 7 was targeted and destroyed by the rampacious demons of the Gentry as part of their first incursion into the multiverse. The sole survivor of Earth 4 is Thunderer, an incarnate storm god. Okay. Now, I have a question. What is he doing on Earth 7? And how did he get there? So that's the first Earth. The second is Earth 44. The home of the world changing superhero AIs. Designed and built by the brilliant bipolar Dr. Will Tornado. My bad. I said Will Tornado. It says there were no superheroes. Oh man. Get myself together. There were no one to save the world, so I built them, says Dr. Tornado. Of his creation, the Metal League comprises Gold Superman, Iron Batman, Platinum Wonder Woman, Mercury Flash, Ninth Metal Hawkman, 10 Elongated Man, and Lead Green Arrow. This is Earth 44. Now, the next Earth that I want to do. Now, the third one is Earth. I did it backwards. Well, Earth 34. One of numerous superheroes based in the city of Cosmoville. Savior was the last survivor of an ancient super civilization of Mu. I don't Mu, if I'm saying that right. Sent into the future to escape a doomed past. He inaugurated the Light Brigade along with Herculina, Radman, Goodfellow, Formula One, Ghostman, Master Motley, Cutie. She is adorable, isn't she? The Stingray, and many others. This is Earth 34. And the last Earth that I want to talk about, well, I want to add on the poll, is going to be Earth 45. Now, on this world, there were no superhuman beings until Superman was created by Clark Kent, Lois Lane, and Jimmy Olsen, using the incredible new thought-powered technology co-opted by the business mavens of Overcorp. Superman was redesigned as a monstrous, troubled anti-hero and came to be known as Super Doomsday. When his rampage through the worlds of the multiverse resulted in the deaths of Superman of Earth 42 and Optiman of Earth 36 before his defeat at the hands of President Superman of Earth 23 and Superman of Earth 0. This is the Dangerous and Monsters, Earth 45. And the reason why I say dangerous and monsters is because it's controlled by business. All right? It's controlled by the man. Overcorp. All right? These are some evil business people, apparently. Because how could they create something, thought-powered technology, and create super doomsday? All right? That's Earth 45. But anyway, this is your Earth. Well, these are your Earths chosen for Earth of the week. All right? So I'm going to repeat the Earths. It's Earth 7, Earth 34, Earth 44, and Earth 45.